I don't know, maybe you can't relate, but I have struggled my entire life with getting my family to understand me and take me seriously. And I've had such a hard time feeling loved by my family. And they like to get frustrated with the fact that I talk about these things on social media. And it's telling. And I don't know what it tells, besides the fact that I've struggled my entire life feeling safe and loved in my familial structure. And my family has done absolutely nothing about that. My entire life, it's always my fault and my responsibility. So you know what I do? Put my boundaries up. And I deal with them when I have the energy and the space for them, which is not often. And I am not a bad person for choosing my peace over codependence. I'm not. That doesn't mean it always feels comfortable. And that doesn't mean that I am not often feeling attacked and often feeling like the worst human being in the world. And that's a big reason why I haven't been showing my face so much lately. Because... Good morning. Emotions are hard and family is hard. And do you know what I notice? Every day when I'm out here on this trail in the morning walking the dog, people are really happy. And when I'm done walking the dog, I'm pretty happy. So just know that whether or not you see me, yeah, I'm probably okay. Probably out here living my blessed life. Outside. In nature. Walking. Talking to the universe. To my dog. And to the internet. These are my choices today. And I am okay with them. I should also probably point out that I did not take Adderall for the last 3 days, I think. And most likely, my response yesterday was also a little bit of a meltdown. But guess what? Life is hard and there's a lot going on, and I am one human. I am one human with multiple heavy responsibilities. And I'm not excusing myself. I'm saying today that what I am giving is enough. My responsibilities are taken care of. And that's all that matters. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. I'm becoming wise. Just in case anyone feels like I'm picking unfairly on one person, I'll just mention another thing too. It's a family dynamic, okay? I'm not upset with anyone in particular. These are generational curses. Generational curses. I don't anticipate that, it's going to change overnight. As much as my mother hates credit card debt, she offered to pick me up to go grocery shopping. And I said, thank you so much. This was before I had the car. Now, I had no cash in my account. And she separated our groceries very obviously that I was to pay for my groceries and she was to pay for her groceries. Not a problem. I'm 33 years old. My mom does not have to pay for my groceries. We went to Wegmans. I needed a knife. It was a $10 knife. It was the only thing I was buying. We get to the checkout and she said, you can handle this, right? The point of that story is that I'm consistently being put in these spaces by my family where I can't win. There is no not letting them down. There is no not being enough. And that is simply exhausting for me. There's too many questions. There's too many, why didn't you do this? Why don't you have that? It looks like online that you're really flashy. So where's all your money, honey? It's in your head. I live my best life. I do. Don't live outside of my capabilities or outside of my reality, which is I have to take care of myself. And this is how I'm taking care of myself these days. Learning from nature, communing with spirit. And no, it does not earn me a lot of money. And maybe I will never be in the top 1% of anything in my life. I don't care. I'm okay with that today. The most important flex. And what y'all see, that wealth that I'm accumulating, that is pure joy. That's just peace and patience and kindness and it's hard to understand the fruit of the Spirit when we're stuck experiencing the dukkha. Oh, I just slipped and fell in a puddle. That's why we need grace, like for ourselves and for other people, because if we're not perfect, we know that nobody's going to be perfect, right? Because if we could be perfect, we would already have done it. We would have taken care of it already. So maybe chill on the expectations we have for ourselves and other people and just live in the moment. Look at all that joy. That shit is free, y'all. That shit is free. It is super valid and true that most people do not share things like this on the internet. Why is that? Well, technically it's oversharing. And people will probably get their feelings hurt. Whew! And still there's a lack of acknowledgement for my feelings that get hurt. And you know, being raised on a prayer chain really taught me a lot. It taught me that our parents needed advice and they had to go elsewhere besides their own mind to figure things out. I do too. It's not for everybody, and I'm not for everybody. That's okay. I understand that today, and I understand that we don't have to put ourselves in spaces that don't feel safe for us. So if my stories don't feel safe for you, don't watch them. This is me. And people who say all the time, who is she? She's so confusing. What she puts on social media, we just don't understand it. It's so abrasive. Maybe it's abrasive because I'm feeling a little rough. I've been a little roughed up. And I'm still smoothing my own edges. I get to do that how I choose. Now, if my smoothing is harming others, I gotta show up for my own karmic shit. And I have to take personal responsibility for that. You know what? If my family abandons me today because of my feelings or because of my personal choices, as long as I know that in my heart I feel safe, I'm gonna wait for them to come back to me when their heart feels safe and they don't feel like they need me to be something different to be accepted.